All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
There we go. Line in. So we're going to 53. Mike 50, Mike 50. I got him. Hey, Mike, short. 50. Blue day. Check 52.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. Lucky.
Here's Prescott. His throw incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Mike's 50. He don't know no better. Mike's 50. Go 46. Let's go. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Wait, set. Wide, 80. Check 99.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Pick it up, Steve. Kill. Turn up. 72. Hey, Delta. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. 72.
Here's Brady to throw. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. To throw is Brady. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This will be taken at the 10. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we don't Mike the 48.
Go.
Check back. 48 to Mike.
Ozzy.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. And Watson has it right side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Got it.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd.
Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Mike,
Hey, set. Round 80.
that's right, baby. They don't want it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Check it. Hey, zoo. Rip.
From the gun, it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Brady now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Tight dog.
Ball 50.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
That Christian.
Shoot.
Go on. No, 66. Alert!
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, an 80-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Check, 48's the mic. You got nothing today. You got nothing. 48's Mike. 48's Mike.
Check it, reload.
Hey, look, 48. Alert.
To throw again on second down. Brady, catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Check it back, check it back. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Motion.
Hey, Alabama.
On third down, it's Grant. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike, come on. Not, sweetheart. Hey, check. Mike 50.
Good.
Prescott down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Mike's 50.
Third and long for Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check.
Throwing again. Brady to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, echo.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Regular.
Now Brady. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to launch this thing way down into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Kill.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
66.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, wahoo!
Push him back.
Hey, hey!
Brady now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
49, check 49, check 49.
Chance. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 24. Tighten up.
Hey, 66.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. looking to throw on second down. Brady, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It's a gain of 5, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Alpha.
So we got man.
Shadow.
Shotgun now for Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, go 66.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
Mike 54. I'm coming.
Check it.
Now Brady to the right side, and he's got Edelman. So now we have Edelman slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Wait, set. 380.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch the ball.
Let's go up. No,
To throw on third down. Brady. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Under 10. 10.
Hey, kill. 47.
They go to Elliott again. And they'll get him down up past the 15. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Mike 50. I'm here all day. Mike 50. Let's go, D. We're going to 54.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons.
I'm going to run you over. 46.
Mike's 50.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Go. Get 26.
Prescott on 1st down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
First down, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Hey, here we go. 40. Hey, 47.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Hey, kill. 26.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Jamie Collins, formerly of the Browns, in on the tackle.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Foxborough. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4.
Here we go, 46. Mike 50. Here we go, 46. Get that 46.
Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This will be taken short. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Check it, reload.
2nd and 5 now. Brady, throw left side, complete. That's Grant. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Grant. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
The Cowboys take over at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Pollard again. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Switch gears. Check 50, check 50. Go to 54, go to 54. Go ahead.
Trying to run forward with Pollard, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A run for Weber. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Slow right in. 50. Here we go. 25. Check 25. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Right in. Check safety. Check safety.
Here's Prescott. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 13. We're going to 54.
Now Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge third down conversion late.
Love the mindset. Love the way he flipped the switch. Late in the game, needed a big run, and helped produce it with great leverage from the offensive line. But you also know what happens, too. The defense stacks the line. So if you can break through that first barrier, there's usually plenty of room to run.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Cowboys, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for New England, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.